Hey team, Evolve Strong with CJ, and this is CJ. I help you lose 10 pounds and 5 inches in 28 days. The success lately has been just phenomenal. And let me tell you, people, when I run into them, always ask, can you give me one secret or one tactic or what is the one thing I can do right now to lose my belly? So this is a loaded question. It's a very, very loaded question. And a lot of individuals, that's where their sensitive area is. It may or may not be you, but I'm pretty certain that about 80 to 90% of those of you listening to this podcast have sensitivity, taking your shirt off, exposing your midline section. And let me first off say that, and I'll be very real with you, if you put in the work and you have extra skin or you're beautiful just the way you are. Now, if you're sitting back and drinking beer and freaking eating donuts and doing absolutely nothing about it, some people may find that sexy and stuff. I don't. I was going to be very blunt. But what I do find is someone who works their asses off and who gets to a point that I could tell that they have a daily regimen that has provided them those battle scars, which are extra skin and stuff like that. But I'm going down a dark path there. I don't want to go there. The path that I do want to go on, though, is the topic of this discussion is how do I get rid of belly fat? So I'm going to come back to be a broken record. And in my 25 years in this business, there is absolutely, okay, I'll tell you, there are pills now that will reduce the fat, but that's going to be a lifelong pill. And the moment you get off of it, or if you have, the moment you get off of it, you're going to balloon back up. But it also doesn't take care of your cardiovascular health. It doesn't take care of all the underlying issues that are occurring in your body that got you to a point where you are physically in that position, both visually and more than likely, if you're overweight, you're probably not as healthy as you think, okay? But the way that you start combating it, the number one thing in your head you're going to have to do is reestablish consistent habits on a daily basis that will move you forward, okay? Some may be diet, some may be working out, some may be a little bit of both, some may be intermittent fasting, some may be, everybody is completely different. And this is why I talk about a loaded question. This is not something that is a one size fits all for everybody, okay? But I do have to say this. Daily movement is the elixir of life. Daily movement is the elixir of life. And if all else remains the same, say you eat just as much and you just do, but if you add, because you haven't, if you just add movement 20 minutes a day, you're going to have effective change. But it's a lifelong commitment. So you have to get out of this mentality of that it's going to happen overnight. Okay? It won't. When you see pictures of the before and after of the ones that I post on Facebook, these are individuals. This is 4 weeks of work. Now, can you imagine 8 weeks? Can you imagine 6 months? Can you imagine a year? I was talking to Debbie Klein. She's 108 pounds down, but it has taken her a year, 2 years to get to this point. 108 pounds down. She actually is mobile. She can get up and down off of the floor. She's doing 100 sit-ups a day. She can do whatever the fuck she wants from here forward. When she first walked in, she was actually, let me just step back. No offense to you, Debbie. I love you, but you waddled into this room. You can never get up and down off of that floor. You can do a burpee. You couldn't even, it was incredible the amount of effort that you put into it to get to the point where you're at today. But what she exemplifies is daily, consistent action to get her to where she's at today. The beauty of Shred is, yes, you make the investment. And yes, it is an investment into you. But that means that I am invested in your results. But what it does is it gets you 6 days a fucking week, 1 hour a day with me pushing you beyond a limit you probably could never do yourself that you thought you couldn't. And then I hold you accountable by putting you on a scale, by measuring your waist, and then getting you on the fat machine on Friday. And then you get the support of the community. But it's 6 days a week of consistent movement married with accountability that gets you to that point. You could do this on your own, guys. You could absolutely do this on your own. But remember, it is a lifelong commitment. It's not a destination team whatsoever. And I think that the biggest, number one thing in order to reduce your belly is get out of the mindset of the quick fix and put it in there that it's daily consistent action that will get you to that point. Okay? And you can't give up. This is the human body. It is beautiful. It is an amazing creature. And it is going to try to adapt. It's going to fight you to try to stay at certain levels. It's going to survive. That's what your body's about. But your mind has to be in a much different position in order for you to change. And it's 100% mindset. That is it right there. 100% mindset that from here forward, I'm not going to accept the status quo. I'm sick and tired of looking at my belly when I'm in the mirror. I'm sick and tired of being shamed when I take my shirt off. I'm sick and tired of having that belly, flop over my belt on a daily basis. I'm sick and tired of not being able to get off that floor. I'm sick and tired. I'm just sick and tired. It's when that pain of being in the current is greater than the pain of change. That's the mindset that you need to get to. And it's rough. It's rough. You didn't probably get to a point where you're at today overnight. So you're not going to get the same results. But also, guys, again, I'm going to be a freaking broken record. It is all about your mindset, about the long term, right? The beauty of Evolve in our programs is you get a supportive community. So we make fitness fun. We make fitness supportive. You become friends with people. I mean, there's nothing like a group fitness room when the music's blasting, you're sweating, the instructor's on point, you're sweating, the dopamine's being released, and your friends right next to you, you're joking around. And, there's just such an enormous, just raw release. It's just amazing. And that's what the beauty of why I do what I do on a daily basis. You can get personal training, you can do all that stuff, but I just went to the gym myself and I get a great workout. I get a great pump, and I do it myself because I get away. Too much of a good thing could be pretty rough, right? So I'm around music people all day. So I like putting my earphones in, listening to my books on tape, my fantasy novels, and just getting lost and getting some pump. That is great for certain people. But if you could do that consistently every single day, fantastic. Go for it. But you got to find what's right for you. And what's right for you is if you can stick with it day in and day out without making excuses, right? That's it. That's my secret sauce. I'm not going to tell you to do 100 crunches a day. I'm not going to tell you to reduce your calories every day. I'm not going to tell you, you got to do this, you got to do that, whatever regimens. When I see trainers give fucking diets out there, or I give, when I see trainers, doing, I do get it. Come on, don't get me wrong. If you're going to go to competition or there's just different stuff, yes, I get that. But for the general public, if you just want to reduce your waistline, show up every fucking day. Reduce your calories. I don't care what you eat. If you're consistent with it, that's the big thing. If you have a mindset and you're consistent with it, don't make it complex. Quit doing these shakes and this diet and that South Beach diet and this big man and that tough guy and this whatever. Do you, boo? You do you, boo, right? Make it part of life. Just have fun with it, all right? And when it comes time to enjoy life, and there's a party and there's celebration, eat the fucking cupcake, eat the cookie, drink the beer. Just don't do it every goddamn day. And if you're listening to me, Laura and Jeff Irway, yes, I know you're the owners of the Cumbre. I get it, but you guys are supernatural drinkers. I don't get that. I don't. If I had as much beer as you had in a month of what you guys have in one night, I'd be sick for a year. Love you guys. The Cumbre, Project Dank, my absolute favorite beer in the entire world. Just one of those suckers. Probably only has about 200 calories. It's an IPA, but that kicks back. I get complete kaput. I'm not drinking until March 25th, but anyways, if you want a good beer, go get it. Friends from My Heart to Yours, love you guys. We have a Valentine's special tip going on. And this weekend, I am doing a slow flow with a deep stretch. You are more than welcome to come in. From My Heart to Yours, guys, remember, start strong, stay strong, always be evolve strong. Reach out if you need me. Later.